This is my 2004 Vespa ET4 that I bought 2 weeks ago, and in today's video I'm going to be replacing the exhaust because this happened on the second ride that I did on it after buying it. So as you've heard there's clearly a big problem with the exhaust, and it's really easy to see what's happened. This, as far as I can tell, is the original exhaust. It's broken here, basically there. But what's happened is, it should have two mounting points. There's one up here, which is good, and then there should be one down here, and there isn't. So the exhaust can do this. And I think clearly what's happened is, I've ridden it home from buying it, that was fine. But it's weakened at this point, and with this flapping around, it's broken. So 2 bolts to undo here. Let's shine a light on it. 2 bolts there, and then there's 2 up on the engine. Now, this is not a job I've done before, so this is definitely a how I did it rather than how to do it video. But let's get started and get this bit off. There we go, that's a fairly substantial bolt holding that in. And then one exhaust off. Question is, has the other bolt snapped off inside? Let's have a look. Torch in. Oh no, that looks okay. And that one. And that one up there. We've got a bit of oil leaking here. If you haven't seen my intro video, there's a bit of a story behind this bike. It's not clear when it was last serviced and by whom, and so there'll be a video on servicing it as well coming up. Since there was no bolt in the bottom hole of the exhaust, the thread on here is really filthy, so I'm just using that bolt I've extracted to clean through the threads down here. I've put a bit of oil in there just to ease things up a bit. I'm just sort of threading this through just to clean the threads out so that when I put my new bolts in, we shouldn't have any problem. Next step then, now that that big section there is missing, is to go and get rid of this bit that's bolted to the engine. And for this I'm going to take off this side panel here, which I believe is using a screw under this thing here, and it should just pop off. Like a lot of things on this moped, this does not feel original. It's just twisting in the wind. That screw finally came away, so let's get this off. Just pull it out that way. Anyway, with that out of the way, we've got a bit more access to get in and get the rest of the exhaust removed. So here's the remainder of the exhaust, and then we've got 2 10mm nuts that are just up in here. Access is not brilliant. I kind of hoped buying a moped, things like this would be a bit easier than working on some of the cars I've worked on, but I've put some penetrating oil on them. Hopefully they'll come loose. So there wasn't quite enough room with the bike on the centre stand, so what I've done is propped it up against the wall, and that has just given me enough room to get in and get access to these head bolts. I've just got this one to go, so I think we're good. Here we go. Not much room, unfortunately, but you can cope. Long thread on this. There we go. And that's what we've got out, one of those. One on the other side, the one further away from the camera is a little easier. You can get underneath with extensions. Let's do that now. Exhaust down, come on. There's the second head bolt thing, head nut. Why is this now not coming down? There we go. And there's the rest of the exhaust. Let's give you a quick look up inside. So there we go, there's the studs. You can probably just make out that there's a copper washer in there, which I need to dig out. I've got a new one of those to go in. Always a bit worrying when there's a bit of oil around, but I'm sure it's something we can clean up easily enough. For the new exhaust, I've gone with this. This is a Tecnigas Silent Pro. I did a quick bit of research. The review suggested it was nice and quiet, as the name would suggest. It comes with a little heat shield protector thing that goes on the side using these fixings here and here. It also came with a new set of bolts, because as you can see here, the mounting point is a little further back and we don't have these large sections of this, what I'm assuming is the original Piaggio or Vespa exhaust. Interesting to note though, on that bit that I removed there, this is kind of bowed slightly and there's a bit of muck from the engine. I don't know if that was causing a problem as well, but hopefully this should give me an OEM experience. In the UK, this was, from memory, £107. I bought it from a company called Racing Planet. No affiliation, they were just the people who had one in stock who could get it to me in a timely manner. In addition, as I mentioned, there's a copper washer here that we talked about, but looking at that and looking at the one I'm about to pull out the scooter, that looks too big. So that'll be an interesting thing to deal with. But when I ordered this, I ordered the correct one for my bike, an ET450, but let's see. Unfortunately, that copper washer is the wrong size, so I'm going to have to just install the exhaust with the existing one that's still set in the head. So let's try and get this approximately in the right place. Well, that was a little harder to line up than I'd hoped, but I think we're good. Just gotta get this back here. Let's see if we can get it to thread in. There we go. Ah, much better. Oh, that's interesting. I couldn't get to this one before with the old exhaust. Obviously we've got a slightly different pipe routing, which is interesting. And also makes it a lot easier. Just enough wobble on my wobble bar. And then before we tighten up those ones properly, let's get the rest of the fixings in and get the exhaust suspended nicely. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, there and nicely, and a final tighten up under here. So, with the exhaust on, before I go any further with putting things back, let's just check it's going to work and sealed okay. Oh, there we go. That's loads quieter. As you'd expect from an exhaust that's now working. So, we are good. Let's get the bike back together. Moped back together. So I'm going to install the heat shield cover. Included with this is all the fitments, washers and bolts and stuff, and a nice set of instructions. So first things I know to install these are sort of clip things that the screw or the bolt clips into or screws into. Put them in like that. So once those are through, then push that through there, push that one through there, and then put the washers through on the other side. But you have to sort of screw them in because they're sort of super well toleranced. There we go, that one, and then this one. And now we're ready to put this on. There we go, really nice. Final bit of assembly for me at least then is to get this cover plate back on, so let's do that. So as we saw earlier, it was a bit of a challenge, wasn't it? With this bit down here, but let's see if we can improve on that. There we go. Anyway, that is in. And then just put that back. And there we go, all back together. So there we are. I'm really pleased with that actually. The exhaust itself didn't need a great deal of fettling. It's in there really nice and solidly. Hopefully with no more issues with bits breaking off it. I'm going to take it for a quick run. See, depending on the weather of course. But yeah, really happy with how that has turned out. As I said earlier, this is absolutely not how to change your exhaust on an ET4. This is how I've changed my exhaust on ET4. But I'm going to give it a whiz up the road and check that I've put everything back together. So thank you as always for watching, and I look forward to coming to you in a new video very soon. Thanks and goodbye.